Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Wolak. We're here each and every day as we explore life together. And so today, I decided to explore the idea of what does it mean to be lazy? Because you hear all the time, you hear people are lazy. People are just lazy. So I'm going to ask you, how lazy are you? And when I ask how lazy are you, I'm really asking, are you letting other people do your thinking? Yeah. Are you letting other people do your thinking? Or are you thinking for yourself? Think about this. Why do you have a brain? You have a brain so that you can think for yourself. We are the only species that we know of in the cosmos that has the ability to think, to process, to analyze. And what happens as you start to understand that, you fully realize that not only do you have the ability to think, but your thoughts create. Ergo, the topic of my podcast, change your thinking. No, thoughts that can change your life. Ernest Holmes said, change your thinking, change your life. So the question I ask is, do you blindly believe what your mom and dad said to you? Do you blindly believe what the school said to you? Do you blindly believe what your spouse or partner says to you? Do you blindly believe what your children say to you? Do you blindly believe what I say to you, for God's sake? Don't. Question everything. Think for yourself. So many times, I know in the past, I would say, well, I need to get their opinion so that it'll validate what I'm thinking. Wait a second. Why is their opinion more valuable than yours? Maybe they're not thinking and they're lazy and they're accepting opinions that other people have blindly given them, and their laziness is fitting into your laziness, and you're just building one massive lazy opinion. Yeah, Ian, there's no question to it. Thoughts are the most powerful thing we humans have. And yet, we give away that power. We let other people think for us. It's okay to get other people's opinion, but don't put more weight on their opinion than yours. When you get opinions, get a bunch of people's opinions. Get a group. What do they call it? A group that you throw an opinion out there and they give you feedback. And maybe you get 8 or 9 opinions, and then you think about those opinions and you decide, is there merit there? How does that fit in then? How does that fit in with what I value most? Because remember, what people are going to give you is they're going to give you their opinion from a perspective of what they value most. And it's not going to be what you value most. So that's why you sort of got to discount what everyone else says and embody what you feel is right for you. It's real interesting when you reclaim your power. People are not going to like it. People are going to not like when you think for yourself, because they like having you where you are, because they get to control you. Crypto says, am I lazy? Nope, just tired. Why are you tired? Well, it's probably the thoughts you're thinking. Well, what do you mean, Lee? How can you say that? Well, maybe last night you thought, I think I'll stay up and watch this movie real late, or I'll go party till 3 a.m. and you get 2 hours sleep. Well, you thought about doing that. Your thoughts created that. Interesting, you had those thoughts. I'm not saying you did that, crypto, but you had those thoughts. Remember, there's nothing that happens to you, without a preceding thought. Everything begins with a thought, whether it's conscious or unconscious. The question is, here's laziness. Letting your unconscious thought patterns that don't serve what you want to experience control you. So, whoa, Reverend Lee, what'd you just do? You just said not only are you lazy if you believe let other people give you your thoughts, but you're also lazy if you're allowing your unconscious thought patterns that you've never really chosen to be an impactful insight on your life. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All thoughts that you have are creative. All thoughts are creative. Unconscious, conscious, whether you think them, whether you bought into other people's. The aware person understands this. The person who is aware understands how important their thoughts are, and they're aware of what their thoughts are. They're thinking about those thoughts. They're analyzing those thoughts. When something's happening and it's not going the way they want, they say, what kind of thoughts did I have prior to that? What was I thinking? And they do that type of analysis. Or they don't even have to do that analysis. They can just simply change their thoughts. Start sending your thoughts in a totally new, different trajectory. And when you do that, you open up the possibility and your ability to experience something new. Here's an interesting one, just to give you simple stuff to contemplate. So this last week, if you've been following me a little bit, you know I went to an Ayurvedic doctor. And that Ayurvedic is a way of living. The eating part of Ayurvedic is all about that the health of your gut determines the health of your body. But here was a little thing that really caught my attention, and I tested it last night. So Jean and I went to our favorite Indian restaurant here in Highland Village, Deli 6. Love Deli 6. Know the owners, two brothers, AJ and VJ. Parents, they said, well, we don't want to think too much. We'll just start one with A, and we'll start the other with V. And so we got AJ and VJ, two nice men, very nice men, like them a lot. And so we go there and we have our favorite foods. And for me, my favorite foods there are the appetizer, Gobi Manchurian. Gobi Manchurian is like, it's cauliflower cooked in a certain way. So it's like chicken wings. It's like Indian chicken wings, Indian vegetarian chicken wings. And then I had paneer tikka masala. Love paneer tikka masala, and I love garlic naan. But here's the key. It wasn't the food I ate. What Ayurveda says, drink 8 ounces of water, warm water, room temperature water, not cold water, 30 minutes before you eat. And then do not drink anything for at least an hour after you finish eating. I said, well, that's interesting. That should be pretty easy to do, right? Pretty easy to do. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's not. I kept reaching for my water and catching myself before I sipped it. And you say, well, Lee, why are you following that? Well, I wanted to test it. What was I testing? Ayurveda believes that when you put the food down into your system, it mixes with all these enzymes in your stomach and that. And those enzymes help you digest your food better. But if you're pouring water in right before, you're pouring water in while you're eating, or you're pouring water in right after you eat, you're diluting those enzymes. And so your digestive process is not as efficient. Ergo, you get bloated feelings, you get gas, you get this, you get that. You don't sleep as well because you're not digesting as well. It also says, do not eat. Don't go to bed for at least 4 hours after your last meal. Allow the full digestion to happen. So guess what? I did it yesterday. I was not bloated. I didn't eat too much. It was amazing, the difference. I slept great. I woke up great. I felt a different person. Simply two little things. The two little things I changed was glass of water, half hour before I ate, no water after that, or nothing to drink after that until an hour after I finished eating. I allowed my digestive juices to process the food. Then I went to bed 4 hours after I ate. So my body didn't have to digest food while I was eating. It could rejuvenate, replenish. That's when your body does the work. That's when it rebuilds cells, gets rid of the old cells that aren't working. Isn't that interesting? Two things. So I did that. It's AYUR. I believe AVEDIC. AYUR. VEDIC. Really interesting. Yeah, I've got a big book on it right now, Ian. I'm really getting into it. I went to an Ayurvedic doctor last week, learned some stuff, got to learn more. I'm a curious dude if you don't understand that. I'm always saying, well, wait a second. I want to have the healthiest body. And you say, why are you so obsessed with health? Because then I'm more capable of doing what I love to do. One of it's teaching, as you can tell, talking to you. So I've given you as much as I got this morning. Thank you, all of you, for joining me. I see all you on the side. Know that tomorrow, if you're going to catch me tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. my time, half hour earlier, got to be out of the house. I'm doing a live Sunday celebration tomorrow. But I also got one online as well. But hey, don't be lazy today. Think for yourself. And if you do so, guess what? You just might piss somebody off. And you know what? That's okay, because you're not here to please everybody. You're here to think for yourself. And if you think for yourself, guess what? Georgina, you're already in my prayers. You don't have to worry about that. Know that you're in my prayers. And know that you deserve a big, big hug from Reverend if you come and see me. Otherwise, you have to wait. Until next time, I love you all. Have a great day. Aloha.